Ron.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say it the first time I said Ron?
Because it's pronounced Aaron.
You done messed up, Ron.
Ron is here, everyone. Thank you for joining me for a bit more SPTV on this fine Saturday evening. Remember, guys, every day's a great day not to be in a cult. Guys, it seems like the Scientologists running the show over at the company Balance of Nature have done messed up. Let's take a look at some information here. Let's cover some bases. About 9 months ago, I did a video called Ben Shapiro Promotes Scientology Company Balance of Nature. Didn't really mean to pick on Ben Shapiro there, other than for the thumbnail. It just so happens that Balance of Nature is so ubiquitous as an advertiser on a lot of the very conservative media shows, and Ben Shapiro happens, like, I don't know why. I don't know. Do liberals not buy vitamins? I don't know. But like Fox News and Ben Shapiro and the programs under his corporate umbrella are just littered with Balance of Nature ads. I don't fully understand it myself. Okay, and so let's see. Yes, it wasn't picking on Ben Shapiro there, but, you know, for the thumbnail. Now, there was an article on the Underground Bunker blog. Is Balance of Nature actually Scientology? Well, they have a Hubard College in their headquarters. And this article it gives a bunch of examples showing how Balance of Nature has an actual L. Ron Hubbard-based management training system. The Hubard College of Administration is like a Scientology front group to deliver L. Ron Hubbard management, quote unquote, management technology to non-Scientologists. And so you can see here photos of the Balance of Nature Hubard College. And let me see here, Balance of Nature training, Hubard College, and the Hubard College of Administration, and some success stories of Balance of Nature employees finishing their Scientology courses, the ups and downs in life courses where you learn about big, bad, suppressive persons and who you should disconnect from in your life. And look, they have to write the success stories just like they do in Scientology. Now, look, it's a little cute to say this is a Scientology company or a Scientologist-run company because, to the best of my knowledge, I've tried to verify this. I do not see any evidence that Lex Howard, the CEO of Balance of Nature, I have no evidence that Lex Howard is actually a Scientologist. But I do have some evidence that some of his top key employees are Scientologists. And if any of you out there have any firsthand inside knowledge about Lex Howard's relationship to the Church of Scientology, or any further details on exactly what Balance of Nature's connection is to the Church of Scientology, please feel free to reach me at growingupinscientology@gmail.com. Now, some other things that I want to show you here was a later blog post, again on the Underground Bunker blog, showing some other evidence of Scientology, of Balance of Nature's connections to Scientology. Again, it just centered on the Hubard College of Administration. Now, look, if you go to LinkedIn and you search Balance of Nature, you can say, show me the people who have LinkedIn profiles who work for Balance of Nature. Let's take a look, 1, 2, 3. There's about a dozen people here. Let's look at this guy here, Michael Terenzi. We happen to have 7 connections in common on LinkedIn, and they're all Scientologists. In fact, many of them are Los Angeles-based Scientologists and former Sea Org member Scientologists. Well, let's see. Who are the 7 mutual connections? Tracy Nichols, Michael Duff, Dave Horwedel. Dave Horwedel is a former Sea Org member who was one of my juniors in the Sea Org. Trish Quigley, Carrie LaBaum, John Stoller, Marit Moon, Laxmi Kumari, and Charles Quang. Okay, so let's go back to his profile. Let's see. That's Balance of Nature. Okay, Michael Terenzi. Who's Michael Terenzi and what is his job there? It says that he is the Executive Establishment Officer. Guys, that is a Scientology post. That is a Scientology position. When I worked at a local Clearwater marketing company run by Scientologists, that was actually my post, the Executive Establishment Officer. And it's one of the most senior positions in the organization, generally answering directly to the CEO. All right, well, who is he? Well, he's the Exec Esto at Balance of Nature, but who else is he? He was educated at the Hubard College of Administration. Okay, but what else? Let's see. Oh, he went to the Delphi Academy of Los Angeles. That's a private Scientology school. So Michael Terenzi is a Scientologist. Because he went to a Scientology school as a kid. I'm going to say he's a second-generation Scientologist, grew up in Scientology. I'm finding it a bit of a coincidence that a Los Angeles-based second-generation Scientologist relocated to Salt Lake City, Utah, to work for this company. And I'm finding it hard to believe that this company's connections to Scientology don't go deeper than just, we happen to have signed up with some business consulting group that helps us implement L. Ron Hubbard management technology in our business. It's just a hunch that I have. So my question goes to Lex Howard. Now, what's interesting, guys, is I'm being a little long-winded in this video, and I'm taking a while to get to the point of the FDA shutting them down. But I want to talk about this for a minute. When I was fresh out of the Sea Org, my first job was working for one of these Scientology business consulting front groups. The one that I worked for was called Measurable Solutions, located in Clearwater, Florida. The thing about these business consulting front groups for Scientology is they're only allowed to sign up non-Scientologists as clients. They're not allowed to sign up Scientologists because that is considered stealing business away from the mother church of Scientology. So we had a ton of clients who were private practice owners, physical therapy and occupational therapy, and none of them were Scientologists. And we did have one particularly large client. In fact, the largest client by far, 17 physical therapy clinics, 10 of them in the Vail Valley of Colorado, and 7 of them in South Carolina, Spartanburg and Greenville. This was a large company. They had no connection to Scientology other than the fact that they had signed up with the Scientology Business Consulting Group. And they actually hired me away from Measurable Solutions to go and work for them full-time because they needed someone to help them implement what they were studying in all 17 of their clinics. So in some ways, me and Michael Terenzi are sort of like consultant brothers. There's a chance that what Michael Terenzi is doing for Balance of Nature is what I did for Howard Head Sports Medicine in Colorado, and Pro Access Therapy in South Carolina. So I know I'm saying that I suspect their connection to Scientology runs deeper than just this business consulting relationship, but it is also quite possible that Michael Terenzi is the most senior Scientologist in the company, and it's quite possible that Lex Howard has nothing to do with Scientology. And I'd just like to get confirmation of it one way or the other, guys. So if anyone happens to know, please let me know. Okay, so let's get to the actual meat and potatoes of the story here. So this is an article from November 17th. This is CBS News. A federal court ordered the brand Balance of Nature to stop producing and selling its dietary supplement products this week after the FDA accused the 2 Utah-based companies behind it of repeatedly breaking the law in how they made and marketed their supplements. The FDA says the company marketing Balance of Nature and its CEO, Lex Howard, had flouted years of federal warnings about overstepping limits and what they could claim about their diseases their supplements could cure or prevent. Meanwhile, those responsible for manufacturing the supplements and its CEO, Ryan Peterson, were accused of not doing enough to ensure their products actually contained the ingredients that they claimed to. Seems like something that would be pretty important. We previously warned the companies, but they've demonstrated repeated violations of manufacturing requirements, and the public cannot have confidence that the products are what they purport to be, says the FDA. Balance of Nature will now need to hire outside experts to audit the companies, ensuring their marketing and manufacturing issues are fixed before resuming sales of the supplements. Okay, very interesting. Now, to me, the only reason I'm covering this subject on this channel is because of the connection to Scientology. And when I was in Scientology as a good little Scientology staff member and Sea Org member, I truly did buy into the propaganda that Scientology pushes on its members, that L. Ron Hubbard's management technology, the policies that he wrote that govern how the Church of Scientology operates, was the most workable system technology of running an organization. It had been fine-tuned based on billions of years of L. Ron Hubbard's recall of all of his previous lives. And this collective body of knowledge was one of the main reasons why Scientology was able to become the fastest growing religion on earth, despite all evidence to the contrary. That was right in front of my face for 30 years. But, that's what it's like growing up in a cult, guys. Sometimes you just don't know what's right in front of your face. So because that's something that I swallowed hook, line, and sinker when I was in Scientology, and because I've had so much time out of Scientology at this point, and then, become exposed to publicly traded companies and, best practices, management principles, the proper way to measure growth of a company. Actually, if you guys don't mind me being long-winded about this for a couple more minutes. So when you get introduced to the stock market and, analysts' expectations and companies' quarterly reports and all this kind of stuff, and how the stock market measures growth, you understand that the business world measures growth by percentage, year-over-year percentage of growth. So if you grow 20% this year, but 19% next year, that's considered a down statistic. That's considered your growth has slowed. And the stock market wants your growth to accelerate. Okay. Now in Scientology, if you sold 100 books this week, or 100 books on week 1, and then 150 books on week 2, that's considered an upstat. But then 151 books on week 3, that would also be considered an upstat. In Scientology, as long as the number goes up, that's considered a good thing. Scientology does not take into consideration percent of growth, week over week, month over month, or year over year. All they care about is whether that raw number goes up. Anyway, I'm mentioning that because the idea that this is the most workable and effective management technology system in, the last 76 trillion years is so absurd when you actually have the opportunity to compare that system to the systems that work and are widely adopted in the real world. And so you have a company like Balance of Nature who's paying hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn this magical miracle L. Ron Hubbard management technology. And they can't even get the part right of making sure that the stuff you say is in your products is in your products. Anyway, I don't know. It just kills me. Okay. But guys, fear not. All is not lost for Balance of Nature. If you want your fake vitamins, you can still get them because, and I was surprised to find this, but it looks like just yesterday, the FDA has given them permission to continue. So Balance of Nature says it is back in business after the FDA shutdown. Balance of Nature says it has resumed selling and shipping its dietary supplements following a court-ordered pause of its operations earlier this month over concerns raised by the FDA. The FDA had asked a federal judge to block the 2 Utah-based companies behind Balance of Nature from the market in October. Let's see. Now Balance of Nature says it has been able to resume normal operations and shipping timelines ahead of the holiday season, despite soaring demand for their products. Yes. Okay, there was something in the earlier article that I wanted to find because it was a very Scientology-esque thing. Let me see. Here we go. One of the things they were getting in trouble for was the ridiculous claims that they make about their products. And it says here, a video now taken down by the company featured someone claiming that, for myself, the 2 years I've been on it, I don't even think I've had a cold. Never mind the flu. Oh, that's funny. Sounds like exactly what people say after they get Scientology auditing and attest to the state of clear. I don't even get sick anymore. I don't even need sleep because I've restored my native powers, my native Thetan powers, and I'm no longer the effect of the physical universe. And all that kind of stuff. So you can either do Scientology, you can either spend hundreds of thousands of dollars getting Scientology auditing and attest to the state of clear, or you can spend $50 on a bottle of Balance of Nature vitamins. Take your pick, guys. I mean, I'd rather have some vitamins than have to do all that Scientology. But that's just me, guys. What do I know? I grew up in a cult. You know what I'm saying? All right, so that's Balance of Nature. I'm kind of picking on them a little bit, but I wanted to just give you this little piece of news. And yeah, you know, these companies like Balance of Nature do not like people discussing their connection to the Church of Scientology. And I know that one of the reasons they've justified signing up with the Hubard College of Administration is they've either been convinced or they've lying to themselves about what the true connection is to the Church of Scientology. But they definitely, Balance of Nature was very upset with the Underground Bunker blog for implying it had some connection to the Church of Scientology. And they sent the Underground Bunker blog a strongly worded letter to the manager. And I'm just thinking to myself that if being connected to the Church of Scientology is something that you think would be damaging and destructive to the reputation of your business, then maybe you shouldn't be connected to the Church of Scientology. Just something to consider, you guys. But again, what do I know? I grew up in a cult, you guys. I don't know nothing. All right, let's see. Blake Reed. Blake, haven't seen you in a while. Haha, I caught one of your lives. Finally, I've been missing them by that much. Good to see you, big guy. Great to see you, Blake. Thank you. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. Osa Troll, CO Bilf. Max Howery should publish a guide to ethically sourced nutrition products and management consulting for under the radar indies. I don't know who Max Howery is, but I'm guessing that if I did, your super chat would make a lot more sense to me. Thank you, CO Bilf. Okay, Michelle Cortez. Hi, Aaron. Can't wait to see how your foundation comes together based on your last live and an interview of another former member. Would I be correct in assuming someone with the initials LG will be on the board? Oh, I know what you're saying. No comment. How about that? Thank you, Michelle. Sorry. M. Volmer. Isn't this the second hit in 2 weeks from a civil federal from a civil federal entity Scientology has had? I'm going blank on what other one you might be referring to, but I think, what was the other one? Was the other one that I did a video on, or one that I should do a video on? If you know what you're talking about, if you remember the details of what you're talking about, shoot me an email at growingupinscientology@gmail.com. Thank you very much. Guys, there's another video I'm hoping to do tonight. If the scheduling works out, it'll be a live interview. If it doesn't work out tonight, we'll do it tomorrow. So stay tuned. Guys, check that notification bell. A lot of channels across the whole platform are talking about their subscribers being auto unsubscribed again. So just check it out. You might be surprised what you find. Anyway, that's it for me, guys. Possibly for tonight. Thank you for hanging out with me this evening. Thank you, as always, to everyone who watches until the very end. And I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right